Hi guys, how are you? Hi everybody, how are you today?
What's up, everybody?
Woo! Another day. What day of the week is this?
It's Wednesday.
Okay,
But
good.
look, before you get started, prayers go out to everybody in Florida
Mm-hmm.
and those surrounding areas because this hurricane seemed to be bad. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
seeing people on the news, all this stuff. It seemed pretty bad. So I
We've
hope
been watching it
everybody
on
stays
TikTok, and some people that couldn't get out,
safe.
they're fearful. They're very fearful.
I would
And
be.
now that about a half hour ago, did you guys hear that a tornado touched down? So they got a tornado and they're expecting a hurricane. This
Wow.
is a mess.
Man,
Oh, that's one thing I don't miss about living on the East Coast is their storms. Like we don't get too many storms in Vegas. But anyway, so today, oh, we're going to talk about Jay-Z's attorney. We're going to talk about the journalist Touré. We're going to talk about Diddy's third appeal, bail, because he wants to get out on bail. And we're going to talk about Vlad TV. But before I start talking about any of that stuff, I wanted to say this. I am not trying to be Jag's friend. Okay. People think I'm covering her because I want to be her friend. I am her friend. Me and Jag settled things months ago. I mean, we like Odell, we like Jag. But I'm doing this story because I want to do this story. Okay? So, people read into things way too much. I don't have a problem with anybody on the internet. Nobody. Because I woke up one day and realized, because we had stopped doing reality TV for a while, that, hey, my life's a lot more peaceful without reality TV. I talked about this on my members only.
yeah.
Reality TV brings drama because if you have a different opinion than someone else, people go crazy. Like you must think exactly the way they think or it's a problem. So I got rid of that. I said, it's too much drama. You can't even, have your thoughts. So no more reality TV for me. I discussed this in my members only. I'll talk about it in members only. I'll let you guys know any dirt that I have, but I don't have a desire to go back to reality TV. That's number one. Number two, no more appearing on anybody's channel because if I have a friend on the internet, I will call you at home. Because the minute I go on somebody else's channel and they label me their friends, then they'll be like, you have to think like they think. And it's another problem. These clicks on the internet. What was Nikki's people called? All of that stuff. The beehives, the bumblebees, all that stuff, which I'm not into.
Yeah.
I don't like anybody that much that where someone else can have an opinion on them. So I just stopped it. I stopped the panels. That's a mess too. Nobody comes up to really talk about the issue we're talking about. They come out up because they want to promote their channel. So I just stopped it all, and I'm way happier. I come on here, I do my job, and I'm out. What are you gonna say, husband?
Well, no, I'm saying it's less stressful, and I enjoy it. Like before we get into the show, it's just too much, and it's easier just to stay in your own lane. Because people do confuse you. If I go out with Tyrone and Fred, whatever they do, they gonna assume I got to form the same opinion. Or if we have different opinions, then we must have a problem. No, I don't. My best friend is a damn Republican. I'm not. But some of my friends don't even share the same religion. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But I like it better this way, Sharrell, because I enjoy being able to just do what I want to do, watch football Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Okay. So That's good enough for me.
Look, Perry, they even compare us. If me and you have different opinions, it's a big deal. I
Yeah.
think that's like the younger generation. I don't understand it, but everybody has their own opinion and their own thoughts. And I'm covering this story not because Jack's my friend or she asked me to, she don't even know I'm doing. I ain't talked to Jag in a couple months. Maybe last time I talked to Jag was, I don't know, a couple months ago. But I'm doing this story because I find it fascinating. I think Jay-Z is full of it. And he's going to use his power and control to dictate what goes out to the press.
Mhm.
I think that P Diddy tried sicking his attorneys on people to stop them from talking about it. And I'm wondering why you so upset with Pierce Morgan that did an interview, Jay-Z, than you are with the person that's had than Jag, the person that had said it. Like
Right.
when I do an interview, I can't control what comes out of somebody else's mouth. They say what they say. But so it's obviously you've been looking on the internet, Jay-Z, or you wouldn't have known about what was going on. So you're roaming the internet, watching everybody's videos, coming to making notes of who said what. I just don't like anybody who abuses their power. If anything, to me, and this is just my opinion, Jay-Z, you're looking real sketchy out here. So since you do watch the blogs, okay, because we know you do. Thank you, LaDonna, for the super chat.
Yeah,
Since you do watch the blogs, why don't you give us your opinion on Kathy White? Because Jag was talking about Kathy White too. We want to know. We want to know what happened with Kathy, And since you love cruising the blogs, what's up with you and Diddy? How come you don't speak on that? Why don't you have your attorney speak on Diddy? Were you at the parties, Jay-Z? Why does your name keep coming up? Jag is not the only person talking about you. What's up with the stuff Dame Dash is saying? You just look real shady, in my opinion. And the worst sign of guilt for me, and this is just for me, is when someone abuses their power. So
Well,
Jag does an interview with Pierce Morgan. Sorry, Perry. I hope we don't have that delay. Did
no,
you
you
want to
good.
say something?
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say this, and just going into the Jay-Z responding to Pierce Morgan, and I get it. You can assume he a journalist, he's this, but it's a lot of people. Jag been talking about this for years. Nothing, crickets. But now it's getting exposure. Then you don't go to Jag though. That's the part that tripped me out. But that old saying is true. A hit dog will holler. And I guess she didn't get hit until she went to Pierce's show. And she been talking about this shit for a while. But he didn't sue her, as far as my knowledge. Maybe he could have. We don't know. But I'm sure Jag would have said something if she would have got served papers or something. But go ahead.
It's just, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. So since I'm a blogger who, doesn't deserve your respect, Jay-Z, because you said, you don't comment on blogs, only mainstream media. So, but we did hear this story way before it even made mainstream. So you keep disrespecting us, and Diddy, you keep sending your attorneys, your private investigators to call people and tell them what to talk about. You keep doing that, but it looks real suspect, in my opinion, And what y'all have seemed to forget is the blogs is the opinion of the people. See the chat over there, Jay-Z? You should be reading the chat. They want to know. They want to know what happened with Kathy White. They want to know why you're going after Pierce Morgan so hard.
They
We
want
want
to
to
know
know why since you've been on the blogs, cruising the blogs, why haven't you said anything about Diddy? That's all we want to know. And I feel that's a fair question. And I'm being real respectful. What's your thoughts, Jay-Z, on Diddy? Because everybody say you're connected. I don't know.
Right. No, I agree with you. I mean, look, people gonna speculate, and if you're gonna give that attention what Jag did on Pierce Morgan, give it attention when people all out here saying, "Why ain't Jay-Z talking about Diddy?" Now, you ain't got to talk about him in a negative way. You can also say, "Hey, I hate to see my brother go through all this.
Uh-huh.
I've attended some of these parties. I didn't see what everybody else seen. I know they used to drink a lot. I mean, just any kind of comment on him. You avoid him like the plague. So Jag get all this attention because, like, truth be told, Jag was talking about this for years ago, way before Diddy matching got graded. Now it starts at 1 month before you get to 9 months. I think Jag is starting to talk about Jay-Z like she did Diddy a couple years ago. Hey, we laughed at it, didn't think much of it. But what if she's telling the truth about Jay-Z? What if? I don't know. And in 3 years, 2 years, we find out. I mean,
Well, I think he's
out now. Go ahead.
I think he's not talking about it because the fix is in. Okay, so you have your attorney come out, and your attorney said he didn't send a cease and desist. What did he call it? Let me play this clip. What did he call it?
No, he ain't calling no cease and desist. Go ahead and play it.
Okay, so the attorney's talking to TMZ, and this is what he said. I think he said it wasn't a cease and desist, it was a demand. Wait, that's
right. Something like that.
Let's hear what he had to say to TMZ.
Rumors, and then there's nonsense, and this is one step further, right? This is a pointed and formal accusation of something, and I felt it needed to be responded to. So I think somebody reported it was a cease and desist. It wasn't that. It was quite bluntly an ultimatum, which is remove that false accusation that's demonstrably false, or a court's going to order you to. And so I think he made the wise choice and acted accordingly.
He meaning Piers Morgan.
Removing it and apologizing for it, yes. What changed here in my mind is that somebody on a so-called journalistic platform exploited that kind of random rumor mill, whether it's disconnected from reality or what have you, and lifted it up. And by doing that, they not only caused harm here, but they are also droning out the voices of real victims. And by doing that to get clicks, it didn't just harm the Carters. What he did effectively was to drone out the voices of actual victims in an ongoing case, in an ongoing investigation. And that was too much for me.
Are you in the process of making sure that it is taken down everywhere?
What I am here to say is that in a situation as serious as this, somebody who puts themselves out as a journalist should not effectively take advantage of the situation and exploit somebody in this way. And so that's the real reason for action.
Does it strike you a little bit that there's been a lot of silence in Hollywood in the wake of all of this?
Well, as to the Carters, I can tell you that when they put their foot down on something as they did here, they are sending a message. And if they can't stand up and make sure right from wrong, then who can? I've always believed that the truth will come out in courtrooms, and I'm sure the truth will come out here.
Let's talk about the truth. Let's talk about the comments in the comments section of people saying that Jay-Z and Beyonce are destroying the music industry because they want everything their way. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about how Pierce didn't make the comments. Jaguar Wright made the comments. Why didn't you call her? This don't feel right. This feels like you're trying to show your muscle, Jay-Z. This sounds like what you say goes.
Right.
I don't want to say the B-U-L-L word because I don't want my video to be tagged. But this sounds like that.
Yeah.
Then you go out and get your lap dogs to validate your point. But they take it a step further. Do you guys remember this journalist, if you want to call him that? I mean, I don't even think you deserve the title journalist. His name is Touré. That's what they call him. I can't pronounce his last name, but I will leave it in the comment section. Okay. He came out and basically said that Jag doesn't know what she's talking about because she suffered from mental health issues.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the tape. But what they're saying is if anybody's diagnosed with mental health problems, don't believe anything they say. Don't you think that's a bit unfair to people that do suffer from mental health issues, and it's not their fault that they have mental health issues, and some of them live productive lives? The only trouble Jag has is when she goes off of hers. I mean, what does that say to people that suffer from mental health? Don't listen to them. They can never be productive citizens because they're on Zoloft. And then, you need to check your background, Touré, before you talk about anybody. Okay. Let me play what you said. Okay. Because we have to make sure that everybody has a clean background before they could testify, have an opinion? Because you know what? Should we be listening to you? Let's listen to this pathetic victory lap that he's doing because Piers Morgan had to apologize to the demands, because we thought it was a cease and desist. That's what Piers said, but Jay-Z's lawyer clarified it. No, it was an ultimatum, which is worse. Do what I say or else. That's like a threat. It's like a threat. An ultimatum, it's a threat.
That's it.
Let's play this victory lap from Touré.
So we've come to the end of the Jaguar Wright sideshow. No serious media organization will have her on after what happened at Piers Morgan. Piers is a hack, and he showed that in this situation, mainstreaming, platforming someone who has mental illness and not disclosing that, a conspiracy theorist who has no idea what she's talking about. Jaguar Wright had been living peacefully in the internet fever swamps, the conspiracy theory back alleys, where if you wanted to go way down the YouTube rabbit hole and listen to what the drunk auntie was saying off in the corner, you could find her. But she was not meant for polite company. She was never meant for serious media. Piers Morgan is not serious media, but now that Jay-Z and Beyonce's lawyer has sent a serious cease and desist letter, sending Piers to the camera to apologize like a chastened and spanked little boy who's done wrong, no one else could even consider taking Jaguar seriously and giving her an interview. It's just as well she does not deserve to be taken seriously.
Well, only thing I can say, Sharrell, speaking of a spanked little boy, that's what he came across to me as, and he gave you the game plan. Yeah. He's nothing but a lapdog, a clout chaser. I want to be, right? So he come out here and says, no major media will F with Jaguar after the ultimatum Jay-Z lawyer gave Piers Morgan. So that'll quieten that. And it throws the notice out there, to try to quieten the masses.
And plus, what he's basically saying is ridiculous. Nobody can have an opinion or a comment unless your background is clean. Well, if that's the case, then you shouldn't be making no comments either. Weren't you accused of SAing somebody in 2019? Weren't you, Touré? Didn't you ask the lady about her sex life? Didn't you ask her about taking it in the back? Just being a horrible human being. Didn't you come out and apologize publicly, admitting to guilt for what you did? So we can't listen to Jag because she has mental health issues. We shouldn't listen to your ass either because you got SA issues. The way you treat women, you shouldn't be on television. Nobody in their right mind should be listening to you, you SAer. I wish somebody would ask me, will I take it in the back? And you know the words that you use, because I do keep my channel clean. I'm gonna make a video about your ass. Nobody needs to listen to you because you don't respect women. And you think Jaguar Wright is a nut job. I think you're a nut job. But then that's not bad enough. So he brings his sorry AZZ on and does the victory lap. Yay, no one's listening to Jag anymore. then puts out his own Jay-Z stories.
Yeah.
You're a clout chaser. You're up there talking about, I know Jay-Z for real. I know him. I'm not making up stories. I know him. Well, then why don't you ask him about Kathy White? Ask him that. Why don't you ask him why the hell hasn't he said one word about Diddy?
Yeah.
You know, I hate clout chasers. You're an SAer and a clout chaser. Let me put your sorry video up here of you doing your reporting that you can't prove. You have no evidence that you were with Jay-Z that night. None.
But he's a so-called real journalist. Pierce is not. Remember, like he give himself titles. Now he come across to me in that little video a little freaky, really nosy, and come across as a peeping Tom. Just say it. You want to know what you wearing? What time are you coming home? You know,
we read the articles, Touré, and you do come across as a peeping Tom, okay? Like, why should we believe you? So you tell us don't believe Jag, believe you, then you come with your own stories that you cannot prove. So you want me to trade in Jag for your ass, and you can't prove both of y'all stories. Only thing I can prove is that Jag has been talking about this for years. He needs
Sharrell.
some hair grease, a comb, and some lotion.
Okay. I mean, and he had plenty of oil because it sounded like he was at the freak offs.
It sounds like you were at the freak offs.
It sounded like he been freelancing at the freak offs and all that baby oil, and that's the best you can do with that dude. Just let's keep it real. That's where we at.
You're not God, Touré. Who gave you permission to judge people?
And now he's a psychiatrist.
She got a mental
problem that he don't. If he was a real journalist, he'll be asking Jay-Z questions like, hey, how do you feel about Diddy? Do you think he's guilty? Do you think he's innocent? We ain't hearing shit but him with the pom-poms. I don't got what the pom-poms at. He just back there, give me a J. Give me an A. You know, he back there cheering. You know what I'm saying?
And what does it say about you, Touré? You discredit Jag because she has mental health issues, something she can't control. And I guess you're above that. I don't know what your problem. I say you got mental health issues because you don't respect women, and you always want to talk about them as they're objects. The shit you said to that woman, you don't deserve to be heard, listened to, or on television. And I'm sure if I started a petition to get your AZZ off of television, they would comply because you don't deserve it. You are Diddy number 2. You are Diddy number 2. But then you come on with, so I'm reading your comment section and nobody's buying what you're selling. They went in. So with your sorry AZZ, what do you do next? You take it down. You took it down. What does that say? It means no one's buying what you're selling. You got a lot of damn nerve. And how dare you? So then you take it down, but you're replacing it with your own Jay-Z stories. I know Jay-Z. I was there. Is that something to be proud of or something you should lay your head down in shame for? Because Jay-Z isn't coming across as an admirable individual. Tweet says, all these celebrities wiping their social media and hiding all of a sudden are the main ones guilty. Jay-Z, top of the list. You should read the comment section that made him take his video down. People were going in on him. First of all, you're calling her the old crazy drunk in the corner. What man talks about a woman like that? Second of all, Jag isn't the only person that suffers from bipolar. How dare you? make them feel less than, that they shouldn't have a voice because they have a problem that they were born with.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's just jealous. Like, he remind me of a attention-seeking whore that would do anything for attention. Let me down this young lady because, hey, she's on Piers Morgan's show. Maybe you want to be on the show. You want to be on somebody's payroll so bad. Now, I never heard of this guy until today.
You never heard of Touré?
I went reading and just seeing stuff. I don't even know if the stuff is true. I heard that that the 2019 thing where he had to apologize for.
He apologized.
And, then people said that he's that way with kids. And people say, if it's true, they said they the only thing kids do. I can't prove it. I'm just saying people in the comments are saying this about him with kids and how he's a liar.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
So, especially lying about his sexuality, because people saying that he's been at these places. I don't know.
Yeah. You sound like you were at the freak-offs, Touré. Why don't you talk about that instead of Jag dealing with mental health issues? Why don't you talk about your visits at the damn freak-offs? Because I want to know.
It sounds like he's still trying to keep his invite and protect the host of the party. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't tell me, just in my opinion, he had to be at the Diddy party, on the couch, over the couch, holding the camera, spiking the drinks. I don't know, but he sounds like a freak, just to me. And how he want to come out here? You ain't said much. What's your opinion about Puffy? Do you think he guilty? Let's talk about that. What you think? Jay-Z shit is innocent? Talk about those things that people actually want to know. You just acting like some kind of unpaid bodyguard.
Let me tell you what's going on here, people. Jay-Z has gotten his lapdogs together, and they want to come out and they want to scare people. And Don Lemon, I'm really disappointed in you because you have your own secrets, skeletons. Okay, I'm not gonna do you like that because you didn't make me too mad. But you have your own skeletons, Don Lemon
and Sharrell.
Yeah,
I actually think
Beyonce.
Now going back at it, looking at it, because I was wondering, well, damn, why are you acting like this? But I think when you're in the media like that, maybe it's a competition between him and Pierce. And when he got fired, you look waiting on somebody else's downfall.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
during that.
But go ahead.
I thought this had Don's talking about it. This is just
hold on.
Interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves. But now they have.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But anyway, let me listen and see if it goes further. Hold on one second.
Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact. And we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theater, there are legal limits.
Anyway, we seen this yesterday. Don Lemon comes out and says that Jay-Z and Beyonce aren't playing around. They're going to get people that are making up stories, that are making up lies. This woman is dealing with mental health issues. Just look at the comments in the comment section. They defended folks that will never defend them. Why do people, the next one, why do people like to see others fall? Jealousy is a real thing. Don, I'm not going to get into your past because I could if I wanted to. It's not as bad as Touré's, though. That's why. But you're looking like a lapdog. Read the room. People believe Jag. People believe Jay-Z is shady AF. Read the room, Don. You didn't read the room when you got fired from CNN. You did not read the room. You should learn how to read the room.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say about it. Perry, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, I probably can try to send you the clip, but people probably needed to see how he was acting.
Okay,
so
let me see if I can. Let me go to Neighborhood Talk.
You get your Instagram, or I'm not sure how you would do it.
Yeah, let me look it up real quick. I'm gonna go to Instagram.
But no, it's a trip, right? And I just wonder, like, you were just too happy, and I don't know what
You-
reason. I mean, maybe it's a way. See, people thought I was bad, but look at Pierce now. He had to bow down like a itch, right? Basically. So it's like
Yeah.
he was just overexcited.
Period.
But-
It could be jealousy, just like you're saying.
And then at the same time, since you're gonna go that far and give us opinion about Jaguar, him having Jaguar on and stuff like that, and having to retract his video, give us your opinion on Diddy and Jay-Z, right? Because you want the attention,
Yeah.
you know. So I mean, please do that. Go ahead, Sharrell.
I just can't find it. Let me see.
Is that your IG?
Yeah, that's my IG.
It should be towards the top somewhere, maybe.
Perry really wants you guys to hear this. So we heard that nut job attorney.
Only so they don't think we tripping.
Okay.
He had a bit of an attitude, and he had like it was the day before Christmas. No, Sharrell, is that your Instagram? I mean, like your page?
Oh, go to mine. Mine. Okay, hold on. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
And going on television, having fun with that Diddy story, making up all kinds of stories and allegations. Well, you better be careful about what you say, because Beyonce and Jay-Z, they're not messing around. If you don't believe me, watch this clip from Piers Morgan. He found out the hard way.
Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologize to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
A lot of people are going online and going on television, having fun with that Diddy story, making up all kinds of stories and allegations.
You're right, Perry. He looks very giddy.
Yeah.
He looks
And
very
maybe,
giddy.
you know what? Because competition is real. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, Pierce got fired or whatever. I don't know the word is.
Mhm.
And we know he got fired.
Mhm.
So I don't know what's going on with it. I think your screen just went blank. But
No. I'm turning on my fan. Can you hear it?
yeah, no. So he's a trip. He sound angry. He sound like, people going around. They want to bring in these people that I can't get. I want to Jag on my show so I can boost my ratings. And
Yeah.
this chump over here, he got the interview, and me and him have some bad words for each other. And now he got to swallow it like a man because Jay-Z and Beyonce ain't taking this. If I'm wrong, people in the chat, if you feel like he had an attitude and maybe a bit of jealousy, can you put a 1 in the chat? If
Perry.
not, put a 2.
Something
I
is so
wanna know.
wrong with Perry.
I just want to know. Maybe it's me. But it sounded like he was just overjoyed.
Hi, Star Guy. Hold on, it was going fast.
Oh,
He says
Warren's
Lemon
talking.
is talking like what Jag said was proven wrong. You're right. No one has proven Jag wrong. He had better have his apology ready if the victims are proved right. Victim shaming is sick. Thank you, Star Guy. Thank you. People are putting a lot of ones in the chat. What were you saying the ones meant?
The ones mean that he's bitter,
Yeah.
borderline jealous.
It's just sad. I don't like it. And using somebody's mental illness against them is wrong. Because half the people I know deal with some kind of mental health issue. If they weren't born with it, it's from being a damn blogger. It'll drive you crazy. I'm telling you.
And if you don't go out there and be overjoyed with, having, showing face that show Jay-Z and Beyonce, you got their back. Maybe you want some free Beyonce tickets. I don't know. But maybe you can have them on. That'll be a bigger stage than Pierce having Jag on. And then you can ask the questions. Are you afraid? Are you scared? Just saying, lemon, apple,
And
orange.
no, everyone says she's crazy. Don't listen to her, but let's address the topics that she's talking about. I would love to hear from Jay-Z's attorney. I would love to hear from Jay-Z. I want to know, these are the allegations. Answer the questions. Anyway, let me move on because the fix is in. So they got Touré coming out here making a fool of himself. They got Jay-Z's attorney coming out here looking like stiff arming. And then we have Vlad TV. Now, I have a real problem with Vlad TV, but he also was on Piers Morgan's show and he called Jag crazy. Don't believe anything she says, and I would never invite her on my show. That's what he said. I would never invite her on my show. And then Jag had to prove, but you did. You invited me on your show before you went on Piers Morgan. Several times you asked her to come on the show. Okay, so if you forgot, let us remind you.
He pulled a Don Lemon.
Yeah.
Vlad has said you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
He has never wanted you on a show. He has never reached out to you.
You know what? Hold up. Drum roll. Where do I find that receipt?
Oh.
Let's be very clear. This is the email that DJ Vlad sent me. His producer sent me asking me to appear on his podcast on YouTube just after the Cassie video was released on my birthday. I saw it. I never responded. Odell responded. Weeks and weeks later. But then again, Diddy was already in trouble, so you really didn't need to talk to me because you couldn't do much disinformation with me. I guess that's why your friend from the Star Report, or should I say the Comet Report, because he crashed out just like a comet.
He cannot explain that. How embarrassing. How embarrassing is this, Vlad? But it's my personal feeling that Vlad and African Americans don't blend together. You got a track record, right, Vlad? You have a reputation. You just embarrassed yourself. And let me tell you what I think is really going on here. The mainstream media is PO'd that they can't get the stories that Jaguar Wright and Gene Dill are putting out. They can't do it. So they have to wait for Gene to come on and say something. They have to wait for Jag to come on and say something. They're jealous. So what they're trying to do is push out the bloggers so the stories go to them.
Well, no, I agree. And I'm glad that, because he came on and he just thought he was the show. Yeah, let me put this black woman in check. I would never have her on my show. I'm glad Jag kept the receipt and just proved to us what Vlad really is.
The nigga will lie.
I mean, I don't like Vlad. That's my personal opinion. I think he's bad business for African Americans. I think he's a culture vulture. I think he pretends like he knows what's going on. I think when those people come on the show to do interview, he turns them over to the feds. That's my personal opinion. I much rather someone go to like Say Cheese or even No Jumper, anybody but Vlad. He's a poser, and I just don't think he is credible. And he's bad for business. And now on top of all of that, you're a liar. You're a liar about the Jag situation. You wanted her on your show and you sat up there and lied and say that you didn't.
And then be honest with you, I'm gonna say this. I know he don't had a lot of rappers on and stuff, black rappers. And he came across and bitter and borderline racist. To me.
That's why, let me be very specific. Why I don't like you, Vlad, is you make money off of African Americans, but you think you're better than us at the same time. You would never, how dare, every chance you get. And I don't like people who make money off of my culture, but then make fun of my culture.
He might as well just come in there and say, oh, look, Pierce, I would never have her on my show. I know you have her on. I have those people on my show, but I would never let that one. Come on.
Anyway, I gotta speed this up. Let's
Go
talk
ahead.
about the what's going on with Diddy now. So Diddy's got these new high power attorneys. Like I said, I have a high power attorney. His name is Michael Saltz. Michael Saltz invites me and Perry to this lawyer convention every year that they have in Vegas. It used to be ran by Tom Girardi, okay? But we know why Tom can't do it no more, okay? And Tom was found guilty, right? And proven not to have dementia.
Yeah.
He took the stand, right?
No, I can't remember that. I mean, just I'd seen it and I was like, oh, well, we don't even cover that shit no more. So I sort of forgot what happened.
Hi, Emmanuel. He says TMZ is reporting something major is coming soon regarding Diddy. What more can it be unless he gets sentenced? You know, your mom's part of the freak-offs. Everybody in town was at the freak-offs. He puts his hands on women. Diddy hides his bisexuality. And let me tell you, you don't have to tell people your business, right? If you're bisexual and that's your thing, fine. But don't criticize the people that do. You know what I mean? Like, Diddy is just a fraud all the way around. And
how much worse can they get, Sharrell? Like something new, something major coming out? Are they going to drop names, or are they going to come back and say, oh, yeah, I mean, Diddy didn't stop the parties at his mansion. He's having the freak-offs in prison or jail. You know what I'm saying? Is that the major news?
Something's wrong with you, Perry.
He in there,
really
he in there with the baby oil.
You guys, I can't help him. Something is wrong with my husband. All right. So today, Diddy went in front of people. His people wrote a letter to the judge. Let me see if I can find my notes here. I ought to be ashamed not finding my notes. Oh, let me do this.
It's that desktop of yours, Sharrell.
Perry, it really is.
You wonder why? I can't see. Yeah.
I've been blogging for 6 or 7 years. I don't remember. Which one is it, Perry?
About 7. I mean,
About 7?
when I look at your computer, hell, I walk away. I can't see neither. It's a mess.
So they filed a 31-page document. I am not going to read the whole document. There are plenty of people that would, plenty of channels that would. I'm sure one of them would. I haven't forgot my friend's name. Never mind. I can't remember. But anyway, I got the cliff notes, okay? This is basically what went down today. And let me put this on the screen, because I read a lot of it. And then I got the cliff notes from an attorney. So it was just too long. I have a lot of attorney friends. Oh, and then what I was saying about Michael Saltz inviting us to this party. And so we got to know a lot of lawyers. And his attorneys, especially Shapiro, is excellent, cream of the top. So he's spending a lot of money. But anyway, so what they basically asked the judge today, they went in front of the judge and they basically said, let me find my notes here. The indictment alleges Combs coerced and mistreated women. I still have to use code words. With the aid of a network and associates and employees, while using blackmail, violent acts, including kidnapping, arson, and being physical to keep victims from speaking out. His attorney is saying that, hey, the freak-offs was a mutual thing between all adults, right? And you not giving him bail is overkill. In so many words, it's overkill. You know, he doesn't have a passport anymore. There's no reason why he shouldn't be at home until the trial begins. And the opposite side is basically saying, we don't want him out because he's going to intimidate the witnesses. He's going to do what he did on the outside and what he's been doing for years is all of a sudden there are going to be less and less witnesses wanting to testify because of his threats or paying them off, things like that. In this 31-page letter, they went over every threat. They went over every current blackmail. So they gave him emails and stuff like that. Also, too, the defense finally handed over to the prosecution finally handed over to the defense some of their evidence. Now, remember, this is going to be sealed, but there was a lot of evidence that they handed over. They handed over weeks ago, emails, tapes, and the tapes are alleged to be the freak off tapes and the naked basketball tapes if you didn't pay these witnesses off. So the whole thing right there is sketchy to me. You're going to hand it off to the people that don't have the money to pay you. So you're just going to go ahead and humiliate them? I'm confused. You know, in most cases like this, they don't show the list of the, what do you call them, Johns or the participants.
Right.
They mostly focus in on the defendant, which would be Diddy, like they did Epstein. But here they're allowing you to buy back the tapes and they will never mention your name. Something about that just doesn't fit right with me. Now, we know allegedly Trump was on this list, okay? And he is running for president. But why does he get to buy his silence and other people who can't afford it can't? I don't know. I just don't like that. Anyway, they're handing over the tapes, the weapons. They've got a huge amount of electronics, things that were on his computers. There are several terabytes of materials that contain electronically stored information from Combs. Among items turned over are a complete search of the warrants, along with phone calls. Somebody done taped phone calls. Ooh, okay. They also had access, they're handing over access to his iCloud account. So anything that he may have erased, they went back and found. He's definitely guilty. And they found evidence over 40 devices. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get bail again because he's been intimidating the witnesses, but they're asking for it. And now a lot of people are saying there's a strong chance that he might get bail this time because 1, it's a new judge. 2, he doesn't have a passport. They said in the paperwork that he's known all over the world. So where could he go to hide? There's really nowhere for him to hide. And so they think that he's going to get bail. Me personally, I just don't think he's going to get bail because of the witness intimidations. What do you think, Perry?
I don't know, but their argument is, look, this man is willing to do anything. He's willing to go to his mansion and do the same thing he's doing in cell block 8.
Well, that's
he's willing not to have a phone. And he really promised not to have a freak off. No internet. He's saying that he'll do it all. And he's putting up this $50 million bond. So they're saying that, hey, you know what? And in some law, they said it was a new improved bill or reform bill something they fighting. It's like some kind of reform bill thing where I guess they make it easier to get bail when people are denied. I don't know. But if he got out, for one, I think he's just going to do the same thing. He might not have a cell phone, but somebody in the house got one. So, I mean, how are you going to do this? Is he going to have bodyguards with no weapons, no internet in the house, no TV or whatever? So I don't know.
I don't know. It depends on what the new judge, how he is. We don't know what he's like. Some judges are more strict than others. We'll see what happens, but I don't think he's going to get bail. It's just a feeling that I get, but you know, it's worth a try. And he's got really good attorneys, so maybe they can pull a rabbit out of the hat. I wanted to address this comment. So one of the people that they're saying is on tape is Obama, and Pamela's saying Obama ain't been to no Diddy parties. I feel that way too.
Well, this is sort of what I think. Like, it's a lot of allegations on everybody. You can just keep naming them, but I think people get offended when you say the big T.
Oh,
right?
well, why?
And they automatically go to the opposite side and say Obama, right?
Okay, so when I talk about Trump, I'm not making that up.
It's pictures, it's photos.
Yeah, there's pictures. There's okay, and I'm not trying to be political. I'm not trying to be political about it, but I see how you could feel that way. I'm not trying to be political at all. I don't want to touch politics anymore. But his name had came up in a lot of articles. So,
and then I'm not sure if you've seen it. It's not no news. I mean, it's sort of normal that the twins and his mom went to the jail to see him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you know, just the stuff that people just throwing out anything out there. Shit, that's normal. I'm sure your kids would come and see you. I would hope.
Michelle hung out with BB and Jay, visited the White House. Who's BB and Jay?
Beyonce and Jay-Z, probably.
Oh God.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't want to tie Beyonce to Jay-Z. Just like I just said earlier, every time Perry thinks something, people think I feel that way too. So I'm just gonna judge Jay-Z. Jay-Z is in my opinion, appearing to be very suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way he's handling things, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of things that Beyonce doesn't know. So I have to make sure I don't mirror the two. When I'm talking about guilty and look in the way he's handling, I'm talking about Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are calling Beyonce suspect too, but I'm not there yet with Beyonce. I'm not there yet. Doesn't mean I'm not going to change my mind. I'm just not there yet with her. Unfortunately, everyone who went to Diddy parties are guilty by association. Mm-hmm. Okay. Jay-Z is dirty, so Beyonce has gotten some dirt on herself. Yeah, but I hope people don't judge Beyonce off of what Jay-Z has done. Michelle was also on Revolt with Jay-Z's mom-in-law when Diddy owned it. Michelle Obama? Well, that's probably true.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they went to the market. I'm sure they went to the mall, right? I understand. We talk about the freak offs. You know, the boom boom room. Shit like that.
But the point they want me to make is you could blame Obama, you could blame Diddy, Trump.
I got you.
And people don't like us talking about their favorite politicians. So I only named it because it was in the article, and I'll be very careful the next time I bring it up. Something ain't right with Jay-Z. It's just not. As Wendy Williams would say, something smells rotten in Denmark. It's just something is not right about Jay-Z. And even if he didn't want to confront Jag herself, you've been hearing these rumors. Say something. And you're trying to scare journalists out of talking about this story. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, is also Alec Baldwin's attorney. And the same lawyer Tupac's family, oh my God, they hired to investigate his death. Mm-hmm. Well, he's high-powered and he's doing what he's paid to do, which is stick up for Jay-Z. I'm not buying it with Jay-Z. You're mad at Jag. You want Jag to shut up because she's hitting some soft spots, okay? Remember how people thought Bobby was bad and Whitney is innocent? Why is that with B and Jay-Z? They are both evil. I mean, I do it because I don't want people treating me that way either. A lot of people think whatever Perry thinks, I think, and it's just not true. So until Beyonce comes out on her own and says something different, I'm not going to do that to her. I just opened up this video saying, don't assume I believe everything Perry does, because I don't. So that's why I'm not doing it yet. But the tides are turning, Beyonce. People are saying you're suspect too. People are saying that. And I think they said that when Freddie P came out and said that you were behind the cheesecake. It's not about going to the Diddy parties. It's about what you did or saw while you were there. What makes him guilty is the silence. Thank you, Kimberly. Is the silence. If something was done or even seen. Like Perry said, how come Jay-Z doesn't come out and say, I don't believe my friend did this, or I didn't see anything, or, you know, or like Dame Dash said, he's got to know something. He's not saying anything.
You're right.
Beyonce is no angel. Let's not forget about the mess she used to do to Destiny's Child's days. Well, Toria, that's true.
Yeah.
What time is it? Okay, we got to go. B will never come out on her own and say anything. I really think she knows a lot. Well, how can you be married to somebody and not know a lot? You might not know everything, but you know something.
Yeah.
Right, Beyonce, you know something. We want to hear from y'all.
She might not talk, but she can hear. And people are talking around her about things that happen here, there, or wherever.
All the skeletons are coming out of the dark, closed doors. It really is. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you for listening. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I hope I don't have another Diddy story tomorrow. I hope. Any last words, Perry, and then take us out.
Oh, no, I'm good. And like, once again, prayers go out to the East Coast, Florida, for Hurricane Milton. Everybody be safe, and hopefully we can reconvene tomorrow. But until then,
fuck this shit.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
This shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't